Good boys. You're gonna trade ES today? I mean maybe. Good boys. Yeah, the chart doesn't look too good to me. Daily chart is sideways. Guys, what's up, brother? Good boys. You locked out for the day. Best of luck. Appreciate you, man. Good, Roddy. Right to shine, brother. It's like ES, like the opposite of Nasdaq. Bias, neutral. Most likely neutral, but we'll talk about it. Woody, you in here, Woody? Gotta talk to Woody. Why do so many people execute 30 seconds? Maybe they feel, that's where their model shows up, perhaps. You think longs are the play? I mean, it's possible. I'll tell you guys what I see. I'm waiting for one person to join. Then we'll talk about the game plan. Talk about the game plan. What's good, Jafar? Alpha futures paid me out in less than 12 hours. I can't lie, quickest payout I've ever seen. Alpha futures payouts are pretty fast. They are pretty fast. Waiting for me? To who's you, bro? Okay, I'm here, bro. My bad. Now I'm waiting for Woody. Where Woody at? You locked in first pit of the year. Congrats, man. Congrats. Yeah. Your voice good? Yeah, my voice is good. Everything's good. Use your code for Alpha. I fucked up my KYC. If you guys use my code for any prop firm, make sure you send me a message on Discord so I can add you into a giveaway. So whether that's Alpha Futures, you guys see the list. You guys can see the banner. Any of those firms, if you use my code, just let me know on Discord. Tell me your first name, and I'll add you into the giveaway. Yeah, Gaddy, I'm here. I want to see Woody, bro. Where's Woody, bro? Gaddy, if you traded London, would you have taken any trades? No. The way I would trade London is hold for the entire daily range. Um, so like, I would either if I'm bullish, I would short to the London low. Like short down to form the low, and then potentially long for the day. But on a day like that, I have no clear daily bias. I even told you guys in the Discord, it just seems like this daily chart is neutral. Oh yeah, come on, message me on Discord. If we are bullish, anything higher is possible. Like it could be easily previous day high, Tuesday high. So I'll give you guys a statistic. Usually, if you're bullish, you want to see Friday. Like in this case, yeah, like I feel like a Wednesday low of week when we're bullish is quite rare. So I actually do want to see Tuesday high. But Tuesday high when we close bearish, but we're gonna close. It depends where we close. But even if we close bearish, that Wednesday low is rare. So unless we flip, take that. I think I would assume high of week, but again, we'll talk about it because fortunately not that simple. What's good, Woody? No, Woody, you good? Okay, Woody. There's two things we gotta talk about, brother. So everyone in the stream was waiting for you too. It's funny. Okay. So first things first. This is the Nasdaq, and I'm gonna mark out true day open. That's the first step that we talked about. This is true day open right here. So this line, that's the opening price of the candle. True day open. So yeah, when we had a sweep here, right? And then you could argue this is CISD, not the cleanest sweep. Like you want to see really a sweep. Like for example, if we were to sweep this and then that would be really strong. However, you can already kind of tell overnight we just kind of pumped and now we're going sideways. So let's assume we're bullish, just for simplicity's sake. Now, I say that because the daily chart is not that clear. It's really just kind of going sideways, back and forth, back and forth. There's no like, it's not like this when we're expanding, obviously bullish. It's neutral, higher time frame. But let's just say we're bullish, right? So what would you need to see? So this would count. However, like best case scenario is you would see the sweep, and whatever down move happens, let's say we just start going down, right? Then we go back up. So how maybe it's 2 candles, 3 candles. Then your CISD would form there on that down move that swept this low. Right now, there's not any really clean 15-minute CISD, but I want to take your attention to S&P 500. So S&P 500, I'm going to show you. This will be a little bit cleaner. So you see this gray line. I'm going to make it, that's true day open. Hopefully, so you see that that's true day open, midnight open. And we've only went down. In fact, we haven't I mean, yes, we did go higher. There's a CISD, but it's weak. The main majority of the manipulation has happened lower. So if we are bullish, we came down on S&P 500. We swept this low. Could we go lower? Yeah, we could get something like this, right? It's possible, but just for your reference sake, we came down, swept that low. You look at the low, that's step one. And then you look at the down move that put in that low, which is just one candle, because this one's green, so you can't use all of this. So on S&P 500, your 50-minute CISD would be here, assuming we close above, right? Because that's the sweep below the opening price. It puts in the low, and then we get above the down move. So we have 1, 2 down candles. This is a green one. So again, if I go to, let's say I go to the hourly chart, it's going to be all of these candles, right? 1, 2, 3. We have to close above here. So I'm not here to give you the bias because I want you to try to go about it on your own. I'm not saying necessarily like wait for another sweep or whatever, but on S&P 500, if you were following that logic, the CISD would be here, and you'd assume this to be safe. Doesn't mean we can't come back down, sweep, and then get another one there. You can do that as well. I did do that on the Nasdaq, but yes, we can do that on Nasdaq. So we're in a similar situation on the Nasdaq. I'm more interested in longs today. However, I wouldn't be surprised if the market went all the way down to the new day opening gap, which means it's range bound. So if we start going below here and exploring in this area, I would expect it to go to the new day opening gap and potentially sweep out these lows. And I say that because it would just be a range bound. Now, Woody, one more thing. So you were saying, oh, you have the right idea. Like, where can that CISD form from? However, you mentioned previous day's low, and that's all the way down here. So if you are bullish, hypothetically, right, you really wouldn't want to see price go all the way down here. Look how far that is, right? That's at that point, that's not a manipulation. That's 250 points. Brother, that's the distribution, right? That's the move you want to catch. So if you're bearish, previous day's low, sure, is a decent target. But if you're bullish, you probably wouldn't want to see it go all the way down to previous day's low. I would say this low is enough. Maybe there's an hourly gap, 4-hour gap. Nope. 30-minute. Nope. There's a small 15-minute gap here and this low. That's pretty much all you have. So yes, previous day's low. When we sweep previous day's low and we can go higher, that's a good setup. But it's not every single day we look for a previous day low sweep and then long, right? So just keep that in mind. Anyway, so let's go over the game plan on the NASDAQ. So I do want to lean long today. And I say that under one statistic because we currently have Tuesday high of week. And I don't think we're going to take out Wednesday's low. So statistically speaking, there is a greater chance that Friday forms the high of week, assuming we're going to close bullish, than Wednesday forming low of week if we're closing bearish. So in other words, I think we can take out previous day's high and potentially Tuesday's high. Going into open, we have Asia expansion. So that's a red flag. We also have no news today, which is another red flag. So today is definitely going to be safety protocol. So we're going to be managing risk. We're probably going to take every trade with half R and make sure it's very clean. Like if we don't sweep sell side here, I don't see myself taking a long. If I am wrong, hypothetically, and today we go down to new day opening gap, I would expect something like this and then speed all the way down towards new day opening gap. Again, that's not what I'm going to look for. I'm potentially going to wait for the sell side to get taken and then a long. Dollar index could also be leaning bearish. And if you look at S&P 500, it's actually, there's a really deep S&P. There's S&P on both sides, but I think overall S&P 500 can see a cleaner structure in terms for going long. If I look at the Dow Jones, pretty similar. If we can sweep out the lows and then break, I can probably trust a significant long. So that's going to be the game plan. I don't want to really take any shorts today. I'm going to be focused on longs with this being my target. These levels are up for grabs and there isn't really any clear, obvious fair value gaps that formed. There's a 2-hour, 3-hour, 4-hour. So generally speaking, you just want to see the sell side get taken. So that's the game plan. See if sell side wants to get grabbed and go from there. If I do flip my bias, it'll be because we're breaking below this low and I can get like a protraction from a 15-minute fair value gap targeting the new day opening gap and maybe those equal lows. I wouldn't expect the previous day's low today, but who knows, man. Yesterday, like the daily chart has just kind of been doing whatever it wants. So can't say much. Can't really say much. Woody, does that make sense? How do you risk on challenge accounts? Between 1% and 2%. If I need to pass them because there's a discount and I need to pass them aggressively, I'll do 2%. Otherwise, if I just have one, like I need to pass an account, let's just trade it, I'll risk 1%. Lucid is very legit, yeah. You don't have to worry about Lucid. They'll pay you out like very quickly. I'm not going long right now. I gotta see sell side get taken first. We have to sweep lows first. Good news, those guys. Oh, am I even signed into my account? I requested my first payout on Take Profit Trader. We'll see how long it takes. Not the biggest payout, but I needed. I'm trying to request 5, so if we can get 5, that's good for me. 1 down. And I guess if we, again, I don't want to think about this too much, but with Take Profit Trader, if I make money today, I can request that today. So like, I feel like that's a little bit of pressure, you know? Now like you're like literally one trade from a payout every single time, right? But again, we just keep focusing on the risk management. The goal for today. I don't want to lose more than 1.5 R. How about Apex? Oh, Apex is gonna get 8 trading days. How much trades to pass challenge accounts? How many trades does it take me? Like usually I'll be done within 1 week. Like that's like the max. I don't want to spend more than a week. That's even that's gonna be a lot sometimes. Lucid is the best firm, it seems. So you risk on evals between 1 and 2%. Depends on my goal, right? If there's like I tell people, like, if there's a discount going on and I'm trying to get funded, you also keep in mind, guys, like, I'm not always like buying evals. Like, I'm pretty, like, I don't risk that much on my funded to be the point. Like, I'm not account cycling, I prefer to have one account and hold them for some time. I know that's different to what most people suggest, but that's just how I like to do it. So I'm not like I'm always going through accounts. Oh, like, I don't do evals that much. I honestly really hate evals. I feel like every time I'm on an eval, I just trade worse for some reason. Like, just hate evals, to be honest. So, are you bullish or bearish? I'm more neutral, but I'm only interested in taking a long today. Like, I want the market to show me that it's gonna go higher, because that'll be just the easiest move for me to trust, if that makes sense. What do you think about TGIF? No, there's no TGIF. This week had no expansion. There's no profit. Profit taking in which direction? I actually don't even know. Profit taking from shorts or longs? I guess it'd have to be longs. But there's no TGIF condition. TGIF is when we expand aggressively in one direction for the week and then we take profits. What is OPEX? That's like the contract expiration for options. You trade IFG sometimes. Let's go TB5. So basically, I should drop Top Step. Yeah, yeah. I wish my Top Step accounts were lucid. I can say that much. What about when you're in drawdown? How much you risk? Are you talking about eval or funded? Same. It's 1 or 2%. If I'm trying to be aggressive, 2%. If I'm trying to be normal, 1%. What happened with your top? Nothing happened with them. They're still here. I wish they were lucid again. Like, if I could go back, I would have got 5 lucids instead. But they're top steps, so just keep working on them slowly but surely. Here on TikTok, we don't see the chart. You got to come to YouTube, brother. Lucid is probably my like third best firm, second best firm. Like, it's a top 3. Lucid's really good. It's like a really good all around firm. They're basically top side but better rules. That's literally what Lucid is. Someone said bullish, right? I don't think there's any clear bias today. However, if I am going to take a trade, I would prefer it be long. Alpha is my number 1 firm. How do you, Mohammed? That's good. Alpha is my personal number 1. US 30 does to some extent. If US 30 did, that means YM probably did, right? Yeah, so there definitely is. YM short looks really good right now. I'm not going to lie. That was a clean. Why is it such a clean 930 classic model? It's like you almost know those equal lows are going to get taken. It's so clean. If you guys look at YM, it's such a clean classic model. You mind checking on gold? Sure, I can check the gold chart for you briefly. Daily chart, still have that swing high. It's Monday low of week, so that's not going to get taken. Wednesday high of week. Yeah, it's a similar situation to NASDAQ, where, like, this is rare. Like, if we're bullish, technically Wednesday high of week is not likely, but it's not really at a point where it seems like it's going to reverse. So if it was me, I'd do the same thing that I'm doing with NASDAQ, and that's look for longs. Like, wait for the market to show you longs. Maybe you want to see gold 1-minute chart, so I'll go to the 1-minute quickly. That's what it looks like. So it could be shifting towards the buy side. That's what I would do. Like, terrible risk reward trade, but I don't want to give anyone advice. Again, notice how it's already, you guys can tell it's sloppy in here. Notice how I'm not even looking for a trade setup right now. First of all, I have to see sell side taken, so I'm just waiting, but it's ugly. Like, there's too much back and forth. Which firm has the cheapest promotion right now? I think Lucid, if you haven't gotten a Lucid account and you use a code, you can get, I think it's 50% off your first purchase. So, does the gold follow? Actually, of course. Whoa. Hold on there. You can use ITT's methodology on gold. that's what you're asking, yes. Yeah, your first two accounts are 50% off Lucid. Yep, 50% off first two accounts on Lucid. You think I can skip through the yapping in 2024? I mean, you can, yeah, but there may be some important parts into the app that you may miss, but for the most part, yeah. I do have a code for Lucid, yeah. The firms that I'm affiliated with, you guys can see the banner, right? It showed 35% for you. Was that your first account? They might have removed that promotion. Either way, then it is 35%, so it's still probably the cheapest right now. Why is Alpha your number one? The number one reason that Alpha Futures is my favorite firm is because the payouts are easiest. And I'll explain why. There's no other firm. Not one. If one comes along, let me know, because they may become better. But as of right now, there is no other firm. Hold on. Let me finish the sentence. So, let me make one thing clear about this. This is why Alpha Futures is my number one firm. Number one. Not to mention, like, we want to talk about like the support staff and all that stuff is just like bonuses. Like, this is it. Alpha Futures has the easiest, brings money to my bank account the easiest. The easiest. Okay? Ratify select. If you any other prop firm, if you request a payout, your maximum loss limit gets set to 0. 2023 is my favorite ICT mentorship. Yep, I have org marked. That's 0.25. That's what you see. Oh, maybe you can't see it because you're on your TikTok, but yes, it's those dotted lines. I don't think you guys are understanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying the maximum loss limit doesn't trail. It trails, but it does not get set to 0 after payout. That's the most important. That's the most important rule. I don't think you guys understand. So, let me give you guys an example why this market is going choppy. Let me tell you guys why. Yes, you can trade on TradeAway. Let me tell you guys why. See, Lucid doesn't require a buffer. You're right. But if you request a payout of, say, $500 on Lucid, your account gets blown. You don't get to keep the account and work with inside the buff, like inside that drawdown. Alpha Futures is the only one that you can do that. So on Alpha Futures, let's say you make $500, okay? So you make $500 on Alpha Futures, right? And then you request 500, you get to keep the account. You still get to trade with. You have $1,500 left. Even though your balance says 0 on Alpha Futures, you still get to trade. On any other firm, if you have $500 in your balance and you request it, it's gone. Your account's blown. So technically, in terms of getting the one payout is easiest. Sure, it's the same. But if you're just gonna get one small payout and then blow the account, you're not gonna be profitable because you have to now spend money on eval and at that point it's not even profitable. So let me put into retrospect. Like I'll be transparent with you guys. I traded Alpha with you guys. I'll just show you guys the numbers. So on Alpha, I made like $700 on 3 accounts. Okay, 3. I can request that. That's it. I didn't make more than 700. I didn't make two. It's 100K accounts, but I didn't make 4,000 buffer. And no, I just made $700 on 3 accounts. I can request that money. I can request all of that. So $2,100. I can request that, and I still have the accounts after, right? On TopStep, I'm up 1,000 on my accounts, but I can't request a payout because I know if I request it, I'm eligible. But if I request $500 on TopStep right now, I'm gonna have only 500 left to work with. The account's gonna get blown. I don't want an account with $500 left. That's too little. So I have to build a buffer. Like technically, I don't have to, but if I take a payout now, then I'm screwed. Like it's gonna basically blow the account. So technically, you don't have to, but you basically have to. Like, you know what I mean? So it's the same thing with Lucid. Now I love Lucid. Lucid has really good rules. Everything about Lucid is pretty good. So that's why I like alpha futures. I don't think people realize how much better that is. So what if you build a buffer and then request a payout? Then it's the same as any other firm. Then it's the same. But with alpha, you also need the consistency rule. If you make 200 a day, you still need 500 profit to request. Yeah, but you don't have to make it above 2,000. Like on Top Step, you have to get above 2,000. And let's be real. Let's be real. For those who are either saying like whatever, oh, you need 500. You guys are likely not building buffers. You know, like, or I'm talking to people here who have like low amounts of payouts or no payouts at all, right? Why would you choose a firm where you have to build a buffer, like where you have to get above 2,000? Like, you know how long I've been trading my Take Profit Trader account? I've been trading this shit for like a month and a half. You know, I've been trading my Take Profit Trader account for 1 month and a half, and I just got my first payout. On Alpha Futures, I traded for 4 days. 4 days. And I got my payout. Yeah, for the zero account you do, but I use the standard, so it's actually easier. Because on the standard, there's no minimum winning days. You just need 40%. You need 5 days. That's for the zero account. I'm on the standard account. Dip between Flex and Pro. I think one of them's like daily payouts, which is Flex, and I think Flex is better. Makes sense. You just get the back of some. Well, you can do whatever you want, like however you want to go about it. But usually, what I recommend to people is, yeah, you can pass Apex in 1 day. Um, yeah, standard account's my favorite. That's truly the easiest one. I normally don't recommend that one because there's an activation fee and it's a little bit more pricey for people. The zero account, you can do the same thing. The only difference is you need 5 winning days. Get the 5 winning days, request. On zero, you can request 50%. Anyways, I want to see market sweep lows. I'm surprised how many people don't know that. I feel like if you guys understood exactly what I'm saying, then assuming you're a beginner and you haven't gotten your first payout or a couple, then you would for sure. The minimum, yeah, bro, yeah, exactly. The standard account is just 40%. So say you get a standard account, you can literally make money in 3 days, request payout, and the account does not get blown. Obviously, there's other firms that you can do that with. For example, Funded Next and Lucid, you can do that. 40% hit the consent, then request, but your account gets blown. You don't get to keep the account. 5 winning days is on the zero. Again, by the way, guys, the zero is not bad. It's 5 winning days. Realistically, most payouts you're gonna get with any firm is gonna need you to get 5 winning days. Like even because you need to make money on the account to request. So get the zero account, take one. Exactly. That's what I would say. Like start with zero if you have zero payouts because your goal is to be profitable. So you don't want to spend, yeah, the standard eval is cheaper, but there's activation fee. So unless there's a big discount, I would recommend the zero account to start. It's still going to be the easiest payout because you don't have to build a buffer, assuming you want to get more than one, which obviously is your goal because you want to be profitable. If you only request $500 payout, but you bought 2 or 3 evals and then you blew the account, and then you have to get another 2 or 3 evals, at that point you're not profitable. So on Alpha, if you make 5K request 2.5, then you have 2.5. The second firm after Alpha will be Lucid. The way I like to do it is Alpha is there for easy payouts. Alpha Futures is the only firm where if I win 3 times, I can request a payout and I still have the accounts. Okay. So right now I'm waiting for my Alpha payout because it's every 2 weeks, right? So how much you aim per account? I still haven't open funded. I don't even aim. I just trade, and if I'm eligible, I request. It usually happens between 3 and 5 wins. This time I did it in 4. It was a pretty small wins, to be honest. I'm actually surprised I was eligible for a payout. They were all like 1 to 1.5 R because I just didn't really hit any full TPs. Funded Next is a great option too. So what I recommend is start with Alpha if you're a beginner and use that money to choose your next firm. I use Take Profit Trader, Top Step, Lucid, Funded Next, all great options. I really like Lucid. Funded Next Rapid is a really good option, which you made 200, 300. Yeah, pretty much every day was between. It wasn't even that hard to meet consistency. Like, not every single day was the same. I had one day like 300, one day was like 150, One day was like 70 bucks. Look at the days. It's been a while since I looked. So I made 250, 260, 150, and then like 20 bucks. And that was enough for a payout. 3 accounts, take it, start the. It's not the most amount of money, but I can get another payout. Alpha 100K. My personal favorite account is Alpha Future Standard. I personally don't recommend that. Because you have to get activation and it's cheaper. How many evals did I take to get you for? I think like 3 or 4. I haven't taken a trade yet. Anyway, let's put the prop firm aside. What's the easiest Lucid account for payout? Probably Flex. Why standard over 0? 1, the standard, you can request 100% of what you make. 2, the standard, you don't need 5 winning days. And 3, the standard, what was I going to say? Oh, I think that was it actually. You can request 100% of what you make, and you don't need 5 winning days. So it's just a little bit easier. Even easier than the 0. And the 0 is easy, man. Yeah, but you work it up. Like, you're going to... Bro, trust me, if you trade with Alpha Future Standard, you're going to get multiple payouts. Like, it's only 70% for the first 2. I won 3 times, already got 1. So, it's 70%. Like, the payout, the profit split goes up. So, in fact, they basically want you to take a payout early. You know? Take a payout early. And then add another firm. You know, I had to take Profit Trader in Top Step, but I wish my Lucid accounts were Top Step. I would recommend the Alpha Zero. 74%. Exactly, yeah. Something like that. It goes from 70, 80, and then goes up to 90. What's the profit from Alpha Zero? Alpha Zero is always 90%. So that is one benefit. How many payouts you have? I have a good amount. I don't know how much, but it's in the double digits. Probably below 50. Anywhere between like 20 and 50. Does Apex need buffer? Yes, Apex needs buffer. Why Alpha 09 Lucid Flex? It's just easier for a payout. On Alpha, you don't need to build a buffer. That's all. That's it. So you make 1,000 on Alpha, request 500. You have 1,500 left to work with on the account. You can be eligible for a payout again. Yesterday I blew my Apex account. Should I try Lucid? Yeah, you could try Lucid. I have 9 accounts right now. Forget the prop firm. Just lock in. Could have taken that trade. Yeah, I don't know if you saw this candle form, but it went boom and then wicked. I have to wait for sell side to get taken. So yeah, we got to lock in, but again, I'm not touching this unless sell side gets taken. I'm not going to trust any long from anywhere here. So I need to see a clean sell side sweep. Appreciate you, Johnny. Yes, Luca. So if you request a payout above 2,000, so if you make 2,000, then naturally your drawdown trails to 0. But if you request under 2,000, so you don't have to make, again, if you want to go for a big payout, that's fine. But if I'm more talking, so you don't, for people who don't want to go all the way up to 2,000 before requesting, low hanging fruit, like you're hitting 1 or 2 R trades, a couple of them, and you request. You can scale, like if you, the max payout is 15,000 on Alpha. So for those who are aggressive and they want to go for large payouts, well, the max payout's 15,000. So you can go for that if that's your style. It's not my style, but okay. Looks like we may get sell side here. No, the shorts have gone. What's the difference between no activation and standard on Top Step? It's a simple question to ask yourself. If you can pass in 2 accounts, get the no activation fee one. If it's gonna take you more than 2 tries, then get the standard one. Does Lucid have any activation fee? No. Lucid's a great option, guys. Lucid's a great option. I'll be honest. Anyways, yeah, let's lock in here. Alpha Zero, you can request every week. Alpha Zero, 50K or Lucid 50K flex. If you have zero payouts and your goal is to simply get one or two and build your equity, I would recommend Alpha Zero. The activation fee for which firm? No, I'm still in on the video. I'm still in. On the 50K standard plan is only Trade platform. Yeah, they removed. No firm has Project X anymore. They're gonna add another platform soon though. Hello guys, can we lock in and leave? Yeah, let's leave. For the next, no activation fee, brother. Pepperstone. Pepperstone's for CFDs. You can't trade futures on Pepperstone. I would do Alpha Zero Hyper. Yeah, they're gonna add deep charts. Yeah, I think so. If you do 1,000 on Alpha Zero and request 100 or 1,000. If you request 1,000, you still have the account. You can still trade. You have $1,000 left to work with. The YM short was valid. Yeah, did it play out? Yeah, that's a classic model. Accumulate, manipulate. This inversion you could have taken. Target the sell side. You got stopped out on this short from the wick. I mean, I get you, but I feel like your stop loss probably should have covered this fair value gap. No, maybe. Acros, you will still have the account. You will have a buffer with it, and you can continue to trade. Okay, we're gonna get sell side here. So what I would want to see is this dive and something like this. If we get this formation, 10 a.m. reversal, I will long target AM high. Otherwise, this could potentially just keep diving lower. So we'll see. Woody, if you're in stream, hypothetically, let's say you were bearish, right? This would be your 50-minute CISD, and you could target, whatever. I'm just saying hypothetically, if you're bearish. Personally, I'm gonna sit and wait for a long, but I know I could be wrong. I don't often trade PM session. Only if I'm still gonna be. It's not that I'm bullish, just to make that clear. I'm just waiting for it to show me that it's bullish. Um, so like I'm not like, oh yes, bullish for sure. I'm more. I only really see a strong narrative. I don't see a strong narrative lower. The only things I see strong for lower is potentially return to end dog. I'm okay missing that move. I'd rather sit here and wait for a potential long. So I'm just what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna wait and see if the market shows me that it's bullish. If it doesn't, then no move for me. Um, to find something. 1 second. I'm looking for an email. Anyways, yeah, any breaker formation. Now, ES also took out sell side, so how do you turn an email into a PDF? Can you can you do that? Because I can just screenshot the email. Screenshot the email like it was the actual email. PNG to PDF. PNG to PDF. Alright guys, I'm looking at the chart. So org might get filled in here. So we may go down to NDOG. ES is already at NDOG. We'll see if NASDAQ wants to go there. And like I said, it's not surprising. Like I knew it was one or the other. I just want to wait for the one. So totally fine. With Google, bro. Just download your PDF, create an account. Fuck these scammers, bro. There wasn't really anything clean in here. I mean, there is breaker fair value gap, but that's a really sloppy delivery. So I don't feel like I missed much. There was a protraction here. You could have taken that, but then you would have to aim for NDOG. So yeah, you might not looking for shorts if 450 has been met inside the first 30 minutes. Also, London lows above. London lows was here, so even the short that I would have taken would have been like here, and it's just not clean enough. It's not. I'd rather wait for a potential long after London lows than short two London lows. You get me? Because this is how I want to play. I don't want to play both sides. I tend to get burned when I play both sides. And sometimes it's nice. I get the short and then the long that forms if I'm right about that bias, but I'd rather just wait for the one side, you know. Save my money for the potential long that may form. Okay, if it doesn't form, then it's fine. You gotta pay 14 days. PDF. Everything. They always say, "Oh, convert your image to PDF for free," and then they make you sign. So ES is inside NDOG. They literally said free. You guys are scammers, bro. This is diving lower. Again, NDOG, and we talked about those equal lows. Sell side look relative equal lows. So it could go all the way down there. It's possible. That's below NDOG. Free trial. You know what? At this point, I might as well just put that shit into a Google Doc. We'll just watch this go. So this is melting, obviously. Not gonna chase the move. NDOG's at 25,720. Sneaky, sneaky. What are you doing? I'll send you an email. I mean, this may not be manipulation, right? I mean, this could have been your manipulation, and then we're just bearish. Looks like that may be the case. I don't think we'll take Wednesday's low, so I guess we're just gonna have a Tuesday and Wednesday low, Tuesday high and Wednesday low, which is pretty rare, but I guess it happens. It happens like 15% of the time or something. So, you don't think will it truly open mean the power to the short side? If you're bearish, yes, exactly. Probably take this sell side. If it's gonna go this far down aggressively. There's N dog. Right here we have org fill. Make this like white or let's go red. We have org fill there. I think we'll fill that. We'll just see how far this goes again. I'm not gonna chase it now. I mean, we definitely missed the move. We did sweep buy side and then breaks. I know it's there. Like the setup's somewhat there. No, they didn't take that move. Again, I was never really bullish or bearish. I was just looking for longs, like waiting for the market to show me. I don't think it was clear. And it's possible I'll look for a long after if we sweep the sell side here. It would probably be more of a retracement play, but the reason I'm comfortable with that is because the daily chart's going sideways anyways. So, what is the white thing you do? This is a new day opening gap. I think we'll make a lower low. Yeah, if we get a 15-minute and we don't take the sell side and we consolidate for a bit and we get something like that, yeah, I could take that with half risk. Like I wouldn't mind. Um, that was a part of the game plan earlier, if you guys remember. Like I said that, if I do realize it's probably gonna run those lows or end dog, I'll short a 15-minute fair value gap continuation. So that's what I'll do. So it's forming. We gotta give it some time. There is a 5-minute forming. Like you could do it from the 5. We'll see. I lost 120 but made 114. Nice, bro. No trades yet. Trade here. I was neutral, took a short at 945, then I closed at break even. I mean, I wouldn't blame you. 945 wick was pretty strong, but yeah, I would say you gotta at least cover the OB and stuff. I don't know where you shorted though. You can open a long position. TGIF. Guys, there's no TGIF condition. The market did not expand in one direction this week. It was sideways. Remember, TGIF is a profit-taking idea for Friday. Which way are we taking profits from? Where was the move? There was no move, right? TGIF is like we go up, look, we go down, 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 and then Friday, TGIF. This is. Monday went down and up. Tuesday did nothing. Wednesday went down. Thursday went up. Now Friday went up, and now it's going down. Like there's no one directional move. Am I gonna take a long? Possibly, but if so, there's quite a bit I'm gonna have to see. Bullish CISD. I wouldn't trust that. Not when we're this heavy and the sell side's right here. Just to be clear where the sell side is, like it's a pretty smooth level for sell side. Asia lows. So I think we're gonna still see lower. And if we get a good protraction model short, I wouldn't mind. There's a 5-minute gap that just formed, so maybe I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would take this. I have take profit and top step open for today. Like it could deliver, but it's hard to trust, you know. Hmm. 061 FFMC event. Cool. Protraction on ES. Protraction short. I don't understand. We're gonna see that. I would assume sell side the next objective. Yeah. But I'd want to see if I'm gonna long. I'd probably want to see like something. I gotta see a lot more. Let's just say that. Like I wouldn't trust. Otherwise, I'll short the 15 in 8 minutes. We'll see. Either or. You know what's weird though? I requested a payout from Take Profit Trader, but I never gave them my payout method. They just said I don't even know. They just said like, yeah, we got you. Request sent or something like. Well, how do I how do I tell them how I want to get my money? You know, it just succeeded. It's pending still. Maybe after they accept it, they'll give me an option or something. I can't lie, you're not getting that money. No, I mean I know people who request from TPT all the time. It's still pending. So I thought it said succeeded, and I was like, what? I didn't get no money. But I suppose it's maybe after it's done pending, then it'll give me an option. I don't know. You was confused when you request money. Did it give you an go to the TPT account from there? You enter your bank info. Okay, that works. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Check yes. I can see yes. I have both open. I'm frustrated that he didn't make it to the top, and instead he got hit from below. I don't understand. That makes me done for the day. 55 points from golden level of fit, which we'll see in the end doc. Also, guys, the money goes into your volunteer account. Which okay, I understand. I understand. Okay, I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened. Well, I prefer to short the 15-minute gap, so we'll just wait and see. Dollar index is diving lower, which is what I was expecting. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a reversal, but I still think we can potentially go lower. I don't know. We have the equal lows. We'll wait and see. I mean, listen, if we're gonna go higher, like above here, there's targets, so I don't have to worry about necessarily catching the bottom. Every time you trade, you wait for the other side to be swept. Not necessarily every trade. Like now, I don't have to, right? Because now that we've already taken out the highs here, if as long as my objective's here, if we pull back and go lower, I can short that. But if I'm looking for a long, yeah, I want to see some manipulation. Like I need to see a clear, obvious manipulation below the opening price, right? I gotta lose at 150K. Do I need to make any buffer before I can withdraw? You know what? I'm gonna be completely honest. I think so. Yeah. Like no, technically no. But if you say you make 1,000 and you request, I think you have to do 900 because you have to leave 100. You only have 100 left on the account. So like technically, yeah. But there's no consistency, so I guess you can go for it. But that's kind of a trap to be honest. Bias upward. I don't have a clear bias. I think actually we'll make a lower low. So I guess if I have a bias right now, it's lower, but we'll see. Like currently, I don't think we're done. I think we're gonna see another low. Like these lows are smooth, and we've already displaced aggressively to end dog. ES left equal lows. The only thing is, dollar index is also going lower. So look how clean that looks on YM. See, that's what I wanted to see initially. It's a clean breaker formation. We'll see. Honestly, I need more information. Like I need more information. I'm not ready to formulate a clear one-sided narrative if it's simply not clear. The 15-minute gap is gonna form in 3 minutes. Like I can always take a protraction long, so I don't want to jump into this reversal. It's pretty weak, in my opinion. So, what's a buffer? A buffer is when you make like you have to make money on the account before you start withdrawing. So like for example, let's just say like Apex literally has a rule where you need one. So on Apex, if you want to make a withdrawal on your funded, you have to take payouts above $2,500. Right? I think that's the number. Something like that. 2,600, I think. So you make 2,600, and then what you make on top of that is what you can request for payout. The safety net, yeah. I'm in short, so the 1 hour low. Nice, good luck, bro. Could this 4 hour? Could this be the 4 hour? Be the 4 hour high manipulation leg? This as a manipulation leg, or you mean like this? Could this be a manipulation leg lower? It could be, but again, I'm not expecting like. It's not like we're gonna have a manipulation and distribute the daily candles. Like the daily chart is sideways, so there isn't. It's not like we have a clear bullish bias. We're manipulating lower, then we're gonna go up. Look at the daily chart. Like it's sideways. So the only reason I'd be comfortable taking a long is because I'm not expecting it to keep going down and down and down forever. But I do think we can take sell side here. So we'll see. I would tape read this trade. I wouldn't take it. I would tape read it. It is a protraction short from the 5-minute. I'd rather wait to see if it wants to tap the 15, which is forming in 2 minutes. This situation happens a lot, and you just have to decide what you want to do. You know, sometimes the 15-minute will stay open until we come down here, right? Or sometimes, you know, again, the 5-minute will just play out. Or other times, the 15-minute fair value gap will get traded to, you know, and anyone who shorted this gets stopped. You get soups one more, so it does this. So it's up to you. I just want to be a little bit more cautious, so I'm just going to wait for the 15. But just know that it could deliver lower here. The only clear draw liquidity I have is 673.5. Org fill is also good, which is 702. But if we're going to get org fill, I'd assume we just take the sell side. ES equal lows, 6974.75. For DXY, previous day's low. Now YM, wait. YM protraction model looks actually pretty good. No clear target on YM. I think this will play. I think we're just going to have to watch it go without us. Yeah. No trades yet. Guys, it's 2026. We're not saying those numbers anymore. That's at 17:38. What making take anyone clear even if it's a? Think it's gonna sweep this liquidly below us? I think it can go even lower. Personally. There is an SMT there. Definitely worth noting. For now. Dollar index is so bearish though. That's what I was expecting too. The dollar index is gonna go to previous day's low. So the 15-minute gap is there. So let's say hypothetically we pull higher and then 1030 delivers us a power of 3 lower like this, target the lows. I would take that short. So I may flip my bias back bullish, but for now, I'm looking lower. And it needs to be from the 15. Again, I'm not saying I think it's gonna happen. I actually don't. I don't quite think we're gonna go above this high, but I'd have to see that sweep and then go. That's how I would trade it if I'm going to. No, I didn't fall for the bait. I want longs. It has to come here for me to go long. Like for me to trust a long with like it needs to sweep and then go higher from there. I initially wanted longs from the sell side here, but obviously we immediately dove right through, so there was no long setup in here. Just went straight down. You give bookmaker? Probably not. I mean, I'm really happy with my trading right now. No really reason for me to add anything. My target, it depends where I go long from. If I go long from here, I'll target this high and then just manage risk and hold a runner. Top Step's a great option, but there's better firms now. And I say that, and I have five Top Step accounts. There are better options. Lucid is a better option, in my opinion. I like you. You don't trust Apex. Why don't you trust Apex, bro? Apex is fine, bro. Apex makes like one of the most money to any other firm. So trust me, they will pay you out. FTMO is great, yeah. For Forex, it's a great option. Are they better than Top Step though? Top Step's like $90. Lucid should be cheaper. You got to put a discount code in. You got to put a discount code. Wi-Fi suck. How do I get a buffer? You got to like make money on the account. Really? Are you really sure? I'm 100% sure. If you follow the rules, they will pay you out. No one using your code? A lot of people use my code for alpha at least. What's your longest day streak without taking a trade? I think like 2, probably 3, if I'm being honest. Where did you get money to buy evals in the good old days? I had like $2,000 saved up from a previous job. Otherwise, I did DoorDash. They actually pay, bro. I do use your code, Caddy. Don't worry. I was just reading some comment on TikTok. Okay, thanks. I'll give it a try. Yeah, just make sure you read the rules. For anyone who's been denied a payout on Apex, they probably just didn't follow the rules. Like it's yeah, Apex is a great option. Up to 20 accounts you can get. It's not easy, right? But they will pay you out, man, as long as you follow the rules. Any firm nowadays will pay you out if you follow the rules. It does more harm to them to not pay you out. Like, trust me, these guys are making like millions of dollars a day. It does more harm to them to just not pay you out. Like, you know, they'd rather pay you out, believe it or not. Now, if you're completely rinsing them, okay, a different story. They'll probably move you to live or something, but looks like we'll take the sell side now. Oh, you put so much prop firm propaganda, ZZZ, go live? It's not propaganda. I don't even think you know what propaganda means. Yes, we had crashed after three consecutive payouts from Apex and blue 4 accounts. 2 of them were close to payout. Yeah, that is frustrating. Yeah, it was solid off the 5-minute gap. It was solid. Can't complain. We saw it. Chose not to take it. The 5-minute gap, your CISD's right there. There's sell side. I could potentially look for a long now. Again, how high could it go? I don't know. We could go down to previous day's low if we stay heavy. I don't think we'll go all the way down to previous day's low. Because I think it's still going to be an inside day, which means I think we're going to be stuck. We could take previous day's low, but for the most part, I think we're going to be in a range that looks like this. Like, it's going to look like this. We're working inside this range, something like that. If you mark out previous day's high and previous day's low, we're working inside this range. So now that we've taken out sell side, I think that we can probably see a move higher. It would be more of a retracement play, but you could also target as a reversal. It could go there. So we'll see. 10-20 currently. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit harder than other firms with Apex, but you can do it, bro. People do it all the time. I don't think dollar is going up, though. Dollar's just going down. Well, at least today. Did YM give... Yeah, there's an SMT there with YM. Let me see if YM makes a higher high here. Yo, YM kind of looks clean for a long, man. Like, I don't know, a 4-hour gap. Is it time to bring back, bro? 4-hour gap, the strong CISD. Why is Lucid better than Talsep? You can get daily payouts. After discount code, it's cheaper. They pay out faster. Yeah. Could be a protected low. Possible. You'd want to see speed right now if it was. Otherwise, it's probably not. Hmm. Yeah, actually, I believe that's what Lucid does. Yes. You could sell just one micro from the 5 minute. Nice. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. If I was more like locked in, that's probably what I should have done too. Because what you could easily do is just take one, like take the short here with the one micro. Okay. Say you get stopped out $60. Say you take two micros, so $100. Okay, no problem. It comes back, stops you. Just re-enter off the 15. You could afford to lose this one and re-enter again off the 15. But I didn't do that. Why didn't I just get super sold quickly? Believe it or not, we're actually just right back to where we started today, just a little bit lower. So it seems like we had a huge sell off, but we started here, we went all the way up, and we went all the way back down to where we started. So yeah, I mean, in hindsight, I could have maybe looked for this narrative a little more. Like I knew Endog was possible. I could have maybe looked for a little bit more. I don't know how much I trust the long here. I mean, first things first, I'd have to see a CISD for sure. Kind of giving me like little FOMO vibes, if I'm being honest. Pretty strong displacement. I mean, the good thing about the long here is it's probably going to run that high at least. It's like, manage the risk. I guess we could take it as a 1 micro long. Let's see where we close. YM didn't hit my alert. I gotta open up YM here. Watching this next candle. I'm not gonna jump in just yet. Pretty strong follow through, but YM didn't even give me protraction. I feel like I'd rather take it on YM. If I'm gonna take it long, I feel like it's a lot better on YM. The risk reward here on YM. If YM goes to AM highs, that's 4.5R. That's actually a pretty good setup. I don't know how to calculate risk on YM. That's the issue. I do 1 unit. Just tell me risk. About the risk. Tell me the units. Fuck that shit, man. What is this? I don't know YM. This could play. I may buy this for value gap. We'll see how it trades into it. YM gave the inversion. That's strong. Hovering buy. I want to see. Like, I don't like how fast it traded into that, but I'm watching YM. See if it gets back above the CISD line. I'm not jumping the gun here again. No FOMO. Like, it's not the easiest setup to trust. So yeah, just go straight down. So just a little bit of patience there, and saved us a loss. Just a little bit of patience. You finished work getting. I haven't. I'm. Have you missed anything? I mean, you saw a nice sell off to Endog, and that's about it. The good news is, if we sweep this low and get this breaker, that'd be a pretty good long for me. Because now that we have a clean breaker block, we reswept. That could be a lot better. Obviously, it could just keep dumping lower, but I'd want to see something like this. That one I would take likely without hesitation if we get a breaker. The other one didn't have a breaker. Hey, Ben, I've been good, bro. Yeah, that's potentially a bullish SMT. It'd be with YM, though. We'll just put a limit order and see how many. I did, but it wasn't working for some reason. You long or short? I'm neutral. I want to see if it shows me that it can be bullish. Yeah, we're in 4 hour. Nice. Why aren't you concerned about DXY? I was concerned about DXY. DXY is currently moving higher. Overall, it was moving lower though. Like it's still down on the day. No, no trades for me yet. This is the 1 minute chart. I'd have to see the lower low there. I wouldn't trust this unless there's SMT. If there's not, I was long before open when my setup and rules played out bearish. I took 2 trades. Nice, bro. How can I add PO3 to my IFG and liquidity setup? Wait for manipulation below the opening price. Take your CIST and inversion after the manipulation below the opening price. Yeah, you should look at the trade I took. I mean, if you posted it in the Discord, then I can look. Yeah, sure. Convinced to move alpha from top. Bro, trust me, move to alpha from top step, especially if you're like not your goal isn't to go for like really larger payouts and just easier payouts. Do that 100%. Trust me when I say I've been trading these top step accounts and alpha together. The alpha payouts always come first. Like, and you guys have to keep in mind, it's so easy for me to trade better knowing I have a payout coming. So it's not like I'm always chasing a payout. Like on alpha, you take a couple wins, request a payout. Now I can trade better. You know what I mean? I trade with that like sort of weight off my shoulders. Like, okay, I made money this month. You get me? Okay, I'll take profit trader. Your payout has been approved. Please go to the wallet and proceed. All right, let's see if it's legit, man. I would take a long off this breaker, 1030 power 3 idea, reversal, or at least retracement. Either or, we should be able to manage risk. You know, say we enter with a stop here to start. Be like, say we get a nicer fill there. You know, when we move up, I could probably move my stop like here, which would be 20-point reduction. So if I risk 100, I could probably lose like 50 or 60 bucks, worst case. Speed. Shit, sign tax form. Now it's getting complicated. You want me to show your trade now? I guess I can do that. I don't think I set up a form. Oh, wait, Apex has a new promotion? Okay, 90%? 80% off evals. And what's the activation fee? One-time PA fee, $65. Yeah, that's pretty good, man. Okay, you said you sent it in general? Ross, calm short to pass. Nice, you took it off the inversion there. There's a breaker block in there. Nice, your stop loss covers the fair value gap. That's clean, man. I don't know if that passed your account, but congrats. Well done. That's a good short. Oh, on trade of 8. Nice. Well done, man. They extended it for the second time. Apex might well be perma 80% off. Yeah, I think they're always 80% off. But what they don't do always is the activation fee. That's what really matters in my opinion. Not the 80% off. Apex, like yeah, Apex code will always be like good. Um what I think the market will do. I'm anticipating a potential retracement higher. I could even take it off of this now. We get a strong candle right now. So that does look kind of weak now. We'll see. Apex or Alpha as beginner, I would recommend Alpha. The payout will just be easier. That's all. Quadrant settings? Yeah. It's just 0.25, 0.5, 0.75. Which are all the pop with the account we want to find next? Yes. How much days do you need on Alpha? For a zero account, you need 5. On the standard, there's no benchmark. There's no benchmark days. I still recommend the 0 one though. Still recommend the 0 one. Name of disregarded entity? What the f- Looking pretty heavy. First account should be Apex or Alpha. I would recommend Alpha Futures. They're very affordable. No activation fee on the 0. It's good. Holder? No. Unique? Yo. Anyone who requested on Take Profit Trader, what the hell is a unique identifier? What is a unique identifier number? Where the hell do I find out that information? Where do I find that? I don't see that anywhere. It's for it says enter trader identifier though. It doesn't say tax. It's not a tax number. No, that's a different number, guys. No, that's not a SIN number. Listen, for anyone who actually requested payout with Take Profit Trader, if you know, No, it's not that. It says it's a trader unique identifier number. It's not for not it's not a tax thing. Message me on Discord. I'll send it to you. I got the email, bro. What? I'm trying to fill out the payment information, but it's asking me for a unique identifier. What's a unique identifier? Says trader identifier format is 9 question mark 99999. 9 is the numeric value. 8 is alphabetical character. Is that like somewhere in my dashboard or something? Fine. I know who to ask. I know who to ask. All right, bro. Anyways, I'd have to see a breaker here for me to go long. Do I think it's gonna go? I probably don't think so. We may go straight to previous day's low, which is fine. It'll be a no trade day for the PM AM session. The daily chart's still really unclear, if you ask me. It's very sideways. No clear direction on the week at all. If this continues, it would make sense. We can potentially take out Wednesday's low, but that's unclear. That's unclear. Possible though. It's not a tax number, guy. There's a separate section for tax ID and stuff. This is I don't know what this is. I've never heard about. No firm has ever asked me for this. I'm assuming it's something specifically tailored to take profit trader. You still go? No, I don't have a target. I don't really see myself going short. I think this may just continue down to previous day's low, but it's not a high probability trade. You can get an email asking you to link a PayPal account. I'm getting a lot. I'm doing some. I'm doing the. No, I do a lot more than that right now. It's asking me for a bunch of shit. This unique identifier. Trader identifier format. I'm just gonna search it up. Take profit trader. Unique identifier format. Trader's unique identifier would then take profit platform, but typically a username or account number / session ID. Account number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, that's 9 numbers. Maybe that's it. Take profit trader username. Oh, maybe it's my take profit trader username. Well, what's my username? Is it this? You got to pay out in January. You don't have to worry about that till next year. Ask the support team. Oh, brother, those guys. Respond, bro. I guess you're right though. I probably should just ask them. What is a unique trader identifier number? You're right. I don't know why I didn't think about that though. I suppose I'll just do that. Appreciate you. Again, yeah. So I was obviously offside primarily, although I wouldn't really call it offside because I definitely saw this potentially happening. Just was not willing to short today. So I guess even the shorts that I did form, I don't think I would have really taken any of them. This one was the only one that we taped right together, and it wasn't really the best. I see it's not a bad trade in hindsight. Like I probably could have argued taking it, and then re-entering if it swept the high here. But this short, like I would never take a short like this personally. This one was pretty good. Model formed. Um, so not mad about it. Looks like previous day's low was an objective. You tried the 1023 IFEG long. Yeah, I mean, again, that wasn't the worst. If it was gonna go higher, it probably would have done so there, but I just don't think it was gonna go higher. That's all it was. It just stayed heavy, which is fine. Happens. Biggie. You also have an account number with us? Yeah, I do have an account. What's your account number? Take Profit Pro 626693798. Docs? What are you guys gonna do with that number, bro? With all due respect, only one confidential short setup was formed today, and even that, so time possibility long we're still bad. Yeah, I mean, I agree, but again, it's each their own. That's just something you put in your journal, right? So I see the break, right? You see the breaker. Let me make this clear. So it's there. You can't say it's not there. You just had to be bearish. Which I think that was difficult for me. This wasn't really cleanly bearish. But you have the breaker. You have the fair value gap. You know, the models were there. Just hard for me to trust. And that's fine. Maybe I'll trade the PM session. Maybe I'll just walk away with the week. I mean, it was a tough week. It was a tough week. So I'm not mad that I didn't take a trade today. You're gonna need trading days. I'm actually quite happy that I didn't end the day red. I honestly was showing up, kind of assuming that this might be a red day if I took a trade. I'm content personally. How did you guys do? Did anyone take a win, loss, break even, no trade? How did you guys do today? I think previous day's low. I mean, it's quite strong at this point. I think it's likely to get there. One win, one London. Nice. You think? Oh, nice. Paper win. Nice. Insta stop out at 10:23. Yeah. I mean, I would. If you guys took that long, I'm not gonna sit here and say it was a bad trade. I also thought it could have went higher, but I would simply study like. I mean, let's just put it into retrospect. The market sold off all the way from 9:30, and then the very first I guess you could argue this one. So this one was not bad. Yeah, I feel like it was maybe a little bit of a pattern trade, or slash like it depends how much you risked, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it was kind of just like hoping that you were gonna make a lot of money, and you would have. If this was a full reversal, I get you. I mean, there's a lot of money to be made. It's a 4R setup, potentially more. So no, there's logic. You can't say there's no logic, right? We got above end dog, we went below it, swept the sell side, went higher. We had a good objective here for low hanging fruit. It's not a bad long at all. I don't think that was a bad long at all. Uh, Personally, I don't think it was bad at all. You just wasn't gonna reverse. That's all. Yeah, this long. I'm just saying. I'm assuming. I was looking at it. I didn't take it, but I'm assuming some people probably were looking at something like this. Don't beat yourself up about it. You simply journal. The setup was good. Everything was good. I just had the wrong objective. I thought it was gonna reverse, but instead it went continued lower to previous stage low. That's all. That's it. If the market was gonna go higher here, this probably would have played out, but it didn't. The market went down to previous stage low. So that's it. Easy, simple. It's not a big deal. Next time, if the draw on liquidity is correct and you're on side, this one's gonna play out most likely. So don't beat yourself up about it. As long as you risk correctly, like I would have probably de-risked if I were to take that. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say it was the best long. It was just a 1 minute CISD, but it could have gotten the breaker here. I do think so. This is likely going straight to previous day's low. We can tape read this protraction short. I would never take this protraction short, just to be clear. I'm not recommending anyone does. but we can tape read it. It looks like I can get stopped on in 1 second, so by the time I even said that, take it back. Previous stage low is likely the objective, but FOMO at tape read? Bro, it's a tape read, bro. Trade the soup for better risk to reward? Here? I mean, I guess, but you don't know if it's going to actually bounce there. What if you took a soup off London lows? Yeah, you would have got smoked. I mean, obviously, stop loss saves you, but any trades today? Nothing for me yet. Um, really think the only thing I could take is if I come back in PM and it's already shifted higher. Go ahead and assume the video just dumped. The video's floating around break even. It's for so long, man. This is what's gonna happen, bro. We're gonna just wake up one day. I don't know when. Maybe it's gonna be February or March. But we're just gonna wake up and Nasdaq's gonna be gapped up higher, bro. Like, how long are these equal highs gonna be just sitting here? It's starting to piss me off. I'm joking. I'm not actually pissed off, but these highs have been here for a while. We haven't seen any clean run higher. Like, we saw the order flow, just no clean run. Does NQ look good today? Yeah, I think this is really good price action, you know? There wasn't any really, for me at least, like, setup that faked me out. I was offside. Like, I was initially looking for longs. So, like, somebody was asking if price action was good. In my opinion, this is really good. I'm going to admit, I was primarily looking for longs, but my model didn't really form, nothing strong. And I avoided loss. It's a no trade day for me, at least in the morning session. Could come back later, but it was a clean delivery. No one can really complain. If you were bearish and you anticipated lower prices on the day, there's opportunities here, 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 and potentially something now targeting previous day's low. There's no complaint from me. I was simply offside, and that's all. You know, I was going longs and got cooked. That's okay. I don't think it was the worst long. And yeah, maybe we do get a setup here in 1050 macro from the 5-minute bearish fair value gap. Be honest, it's not gonna be the best, but hypothetically, if we get a really clean inversion, I would probably take it. Oh, she gave me my thank you. The port actually replied pretty quickly there. All right, let's go to the tax numbers. I'm not gonna have to do this every time, right? Because this is freaking frustrating, bro. Hey, profit trader. Please note you will be required to conference a code. I gotta remember this code. Take a picture of that. Now we gotta do tax papers, bro. Fuck this shit. Or man is speaking, stay off the chart. Tiffany macro gotta cook. If we get something like this, oops. Only because previous day's low is a strong draw, I would take it. Yeah, DXY is retracing into a 5-minute bullish for value gap, so it's aligning, I would say. First presented was at 941. I'll do my annotations with only gaps for simplicity's sake. M3. Now I'll be honest, I wasn't bearish, so I didn't catch anything. I wasn't gonna catch anything today, but okay, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold, 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 hold. We can get. Well, I need to see a CISD or something. But 5 minute fair value gap tap there. I need to see an inversion or something. There really isn't any clean fair value gap, guys. I'm gonna be honest. ES looks maybe a little bit better, but ES previous stage low is way too far. But ES has the inversion, so I guess if we get below this low, it's not. It's 1047 open. 1047 open. We have to close below here technically. Let's just see. I like the short idea, but I see. Red enter. I guess below this low, and the risk reward's not that good. Unless ES wants to go previous days low. And there's no like inversion here. There's no protraction model. 15-second. Got the CISD. It's kind of sloppy, unfortunately. Maybe the 15-minute gap that's forming. I guess that's what I'd probably have to do, is wait for the 15. It's still forming. So I'm gonna have to wait for it. I'll wait for the 15. That'll be my last. That's my last option. Video flat. Apple bit down. Dump was anticipated. Only risk one to goes long. It's been pretty sideways. What's your win rate? My right now I'm on a win streak, so it's pretty long win streak in this short. Good luck. You're in the short. Good luck. Used by individuals and tests. Can we ask? Answer these questions from ChatGPT. I want to work on drinking more water. You taking any trades? Possibly. Nothing yet. Maybe this 15-minute gap. Taking like longs. What has your best month been in just payouts? What has your best month been? Like which month? Which month was my best month? It might be January if I can keep this up. December was good. I think December was my best. I see the 5 minute inversion, but I don't have an objective higher. I'm still bearish. So what I'm looking at is this 15-minute gap. I think I would take another short potentially. Well, not another short. I haven't taken one yet, but like expecting another move. I made 5 figures. I can say that much in December from just payouts. Definitely not reversal until lunch, I think. Figures in my currency. I live in Canada. I want to see this 15-minute gap touch. 5, 5, 6, 7. It's got to come here. If we get the 15 in the macro with a setup, I can trust. To be honest, I don't even do I need the 15? I think I need the 15. I will be honest. I feel like I would trust this inversion if it forms strongly. There's a 5-minute gap here too. Gotta go quickly though. Appreciate you. My model won't help you. It's you got to learn how to manage risk with my model. You can learn to manage risk, then you can likely accomplish similar. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna go up into the 15, which is basically like here. This is where I'll look for my short if we get it. And I'm gonna charge people to learn it. Certificate selection, bro. Yeah, Monday's a bank holiday, right? Really having trouble with take profit trader, man. This yeah, Martin Luther King Day. Okay, we're inside the 15. If we get a break below here, I will short that. Target previous day's low. Around a 2.5 hour trade setup. Something like this. 1050 macro. 15-minute gap. I like this potentially. Otherwise, if price goes here, I'd expect it to just be at that point. I don't know how high it's gonna go, but we'll see if it wants to form or not. We'll see. It needs to break. So I'll just use the CISD here. Make it simple. We have a pretty clean CISD level. Trading into the order block with the fair value gap. It can go slightly higher. It doesn't invalidate. The 15-minute gap is actually quite large. I just marked out the small 1-minute gap inside. But I don't mind that it's going slightly higher. We'll just see if it breaks down aggressively or not. I'd have to see a strong break. The higher it goes, the worse my risk to reward, though. I could get away with something like this. I mean, that's still 2.3 R, so it's not bad. Devious 1 hour? Wait, we worked all the way there? That's funny. To be clear, I'm not in a trade yet. I'm waiting for it to break. Are you selling? I need to see a break lower, then I will. And it needs to respect the 15-minute gap here. So it shouldn't go much higher. We just got above the recent 15-minute high. So if it starts to break lower now, give me the CISD. If it's strong with speed and it convinces me that it's going to go lower, I can take a trade setup like this. I will take it with only a single order contract and potentially pyramid after reducing my risk. So the worst case, I would lose 80 bucks. You could get away stop loss as 669, 689. So something like this. If we get the CISD, it's got to be quickly. Like it would have to be this candle here. Obviously, you could have jumped the gun 30 seconds. CISD is here, but I don't want to jump the gun. Just have to see some speed now. Are you getting in? If we get a CISD, I will get in with one contract. I'll get 180 bucks. Got to come down here. I'm going to scan, see if the model formed on the 30-second. Okay, my model formed on the 30-second. I'm not taking it there yet. 15-second, it also formed. So now I just need to see conviction. If I want it to be aggressive on the entry, I can be. Say 665. Seeing the speed that I want. Dollar index should be pulling higher as well. It's also not. Take a look at YM. Yeah, YM's also not. I mean, it's possible. This might be a high put in here, and we go. Let's see. It's really got to break lower. Okay, this fair value gap. If it offers speed, I'll short before the CISD. Put a sell stop right here. Shorting on the speed of this fair value gap. My model already formed on the 30-second time frame. So if we leave this gap quickly, if it's gonna like quickly come down here, I have a sell stop order that'll fill me at 50% of that OB, which is 665. I like to go 1 point below in case it perfectly taps. So 654. And it needs to be like within the next candle. Otherwise, I'll just cancel this order, and it's probably not bearish, but we'll see. I have to see it go down now. Order is at 654. The stop would be actually quite tighter than, yeah, it'd be a 60-point stop. So my stop would be here. Again, it needs to go down. I'm going to remove that because I don't want to get filled long. Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't form on this candle, I probably don't want to be in the trade. 5-minute bullish for value gap there. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'll give it 1 or 2 more minutes. No trade for me yet. I'm saying don't take that short. 2, 3. If this candle speeds up, I'll leave the order. If this candle doesn't do it, and it doesn't speed up below this, I treat that as a bearish order block. Then I will cancel this order and either have to wait for a resweep and break, which is probably better setup, or I'll just take it like this. We'll see. Either or. There's SMT here with YM, so I mean that's good, but looks like YM's gonna take those highs. Which means this is probably gonna go. Yeah, okay. Cancel the sell stop order. There's one more thing that I would look for, and that's this. So if we sweep this high and break, it has to be very quickly. We're gonna get an SMT here with YM, and I'll try that. That'll be the last idea for me in morning session. If that doesn't form, then we're calling it a session. So it's got to sweep this high. There's SMT here with ES. If ES breaks lower, I'll maybe try it as well. I don't have to enter here because even if I enter here, I can put my stop here. The risk reward is even better than before, so there's no FOMO. I'd rather see it sweep on both, but it sweeped on ES, so somewhat fine. No real speed. I definitely would demand a sweep again at this point. You say so. Or at least YM. If YM wants to sweep, that's fine too. Chad is so smart today, taking out the lows was a manipulation? Possibly. Okay, there's a sweep with YM. Time do you stop trading? I don't really have a specific time limit. Um, once I think it's not worth it anymore, which will be probably after this setup. Okay, if the next 2 or 3 candles can displace lower with speed, and they can convince me that we're probably going to move lower, ES retest NDOG into the high there, SMT with YM, SMT with ES here, so sort of a double SMT. Not that that really matters to me. Honestly, I've never made this annotation in my life, but you guys get the idea. If that forms and we displace with speed, I'll take a short. It would look something like this. Target the previous day's low. Otherwise, just done. Be done for the morning session. I may come back in PM. I may not. I don't know. Seems like we did a lot of business already today. I don't like chasing PM session. Yeah, I'm gonna give this like probably 2 more candles. It really shouldn't. There's no point in it going any higher. If it's bearish, obviously. If it's bullish, it's obviously gonna keep going higher. Seems like it may just be bullish. No trades for me today. I think I'm proud to say so as well. You know, I could argue I missed this one, but it's no biggie for me. Yeah, I think that killed the idea, guys. So we got a nice 1050 macro retracement. If previous day's low is open and PM session offers potential like clean structure for shorts, that's what I would look for today. In hindsight, right, we can see the retracement long, which again makes sense. It's not like this is a surprise to me, but that's your breaker. PG plus in there. So it's there, right? Your 1050 macro. You see the CISD breaker, protraction here, right? I don't know how high this will go. No idea at all. If you run a deviation, you could argue -1 here. Like that's possible, but ES already took that objective, so I don't know how high it'll go. We took out this high already. If it does break lower at any point within, like, you know, if it breaks below this low, I would assume we're gonna go to previous day's low. But like I said, I don't really want to sit here and wait for that. I like the white text actually. That's nice. I like the sweep here. So I'm gonna give it like 1 or 2 more minutes just to see if it really speeds up. aggressively. I would take it, I think. If this next candle, there, if we respect that red line and speed lower, I would take that, and we'll leave it at that. What's good, Woody? Gaddy, can you say short right now? May we loot? May we loot? I don't know what that means. If it inverses the 15, then it's probably a deeper retracement, right? Probably goes up to this high. I like that YM's also kind of showing it's going to inverse. ES potentially. We still have the SMT here. I like the idea. I like it. And there's good pyramiding opportunity if we get below the breaker. This candle should speed up. If it's going to go down, if it's bearish, it really should be this candle. The thing is, now it's going to be... Yeah, no, it's fine. I can take it like anything like this. Closure, perhaps. I spelled a breaker wrong. This is I mean, it's not the best. Let's see what these next couple candles do. Should be quite telling. It shouldn't really spend any time. Touch that, speed down. The candles are quite slow, quite uneventful. Not the most clear, obvious for something that I would look for. Yeah, I don't think it's there, guys. I wouldn't trust it now, even if it broke down, just because that candle was sloppy. So this is my journal for the day. Hard to say what will happen next. Potentially a lot of consolidation, I would say. I still believe in previous day's low. I think this could be RTH high, but again, it's hard to say for sure. It's been so sloppy on the daily chart, and like I said, just being straight up with you guys, it has not been clear. It has not been clear for me on the higher time frame. It really hasn't been. This is a lunge retracement. Yeah, again, I wasn't. This is a New York reversal. New York reversal setup. New York reversal, lunge retracement, and I'm assuming PM can continue. No trace for me today. Would be a pattern trade. I mean, every entry is a pattern entry. So I don't think it'd be a pattern trade, but anyone here play chess and trade? I'm pretty good at chess. Do you always trade live? I've been live every day for the last 2 years almost. I guess a year and a half. Yeah, I know. We took out a sell side. I'm assuming previous day's low can still get taken, but maybe hard to catch. Chess, yeah, I love chess. Well, on Fib, what's the difference between 0.786 and 0.705? It's just a Fibonacci retracement. I mean, what's the difference? I don't know. The difference is 0.71. 0.071. That's the difference. Subtracting two numbers. I don't know what you mean, but what's the difference? Optimal trade entry is 705, but this whole area is your Fibonacci retracement zone. So and show reaction on the 1 hour fair value gap. Yeah, I don't doubt that it could potentially move lower. I just don't think it's going to be a clean, obvious setup. What I would need to see is the break below here or even here is fine. But again, just not didn't see that. And even if it does form now, see how it's starting to show signs of choppiness. So that's not something I'm interested in. I want to see clean, obvious setup, right? So didn't see that. Nope, no trades for me today. I'll update you guys in the Discord for PM session. My chest elo probably like 500, bro. I don't know, 600 maybe. Something not that high. I'll stick around to answer any questions if anyone has questions. Let me message on me. I'll do a little TikTok now. Um, okay, I'll do a little bit of session recap and then we'll call it a day. Best firm to get payouts, that would be, I would recommend Alpha Futures. I think that would be the easiest firm to request a payout with. For sure, yeah. Okay, so don't mind me. I'm gonna do a little bit of a recap. All right, so I took 0 trades today. I'm not gonna lie, I was looking for a continuation long, and then obviously the market sold off aggressively. In hindsight, this was a pretty nice sell-off. We took out a lot of very obvious objectives. I was able to tape read some of the moves. Didn't want to risk any money on it. So let's do a quick breakdown. First things first, market comes up just before and sweeps out the pre-market highs. You'll see that sweep right here. Then we break down aggressively. Actually, I wouldn't really say aggressively. This was kind of a slow chop, but eventually we got the breaker with the fair value gap. This is your first presentation, fair value gap, right? This is your New York reversal. So that's the high of the morning session. And then we dive aggressively. Our first pullback, 5-minute fair value gap. We enter that. This is your silver bullet trade idea. And then we leave. Then the market comes back up, trades into the order block, and then bearish fair value gap here. We get an inversion. Some people went long here. I don't think it was the worst trade because we swept out sell side and saw some speed higher, but I faded it. I didn't want to take that trade. We continued lower, and at this point in time, we got close to previous day's low. We didn't quite get there, and now that it's 1050 macro, we see that lunch retracement, breaker block, fair value gap. We're seeing that retracement. S&P 500 and YM are a little bit more bullish. They've already traded above this line, but NASDAQ could also get there. Very key things to look for today is that new day opening gap, how we traded back into that, reversing the overnight move. So overnight we went higher. New York aggressively reverses lower. This is very typical when we're range bound on the higher time frame, which we definitely are if you look at the daily chart. Previous day's low edged, which makes sense because we're range bound. Although I still think there's a chance we get there, it's pretty uncertain as to what we'll do when we're in a range bound condition. So this could definitely pull back up into, I would say, 50% and then continue. So I think anything here is fair game, but that's for another time. Till next time, peace. That was for TikTok. That was for later. You guys don't have to worry about what I just kind of join Discord. The link is in my bio. Just click open in browser. Do you have any tips to handling that? Yeah, let's answer some questions for you guys. I'll spend like 5 minutes here answering you guys this question. Speed run questions, answers, last stream of the week. So, payout policy. I'm pretty sure you just need like 5 winning days or something. I'm up like 600 on 3 accounts for the first trading week on the eval, but I'm feeling like I'm trying to rush a payout. Example, I took the CIC long today. I don't think the CIC long was a bad trade though. Like, if you actually thought that it was going to reverse, that's a good trade. If you only took it because of how much money it could have potentially made, okay, then that's a bad trade, right? But you just have to ask yourself, why did you take the trade? So I don't think it's a bad trade as long as you were actually bullish, expecting a reversal. Don't be too hard on yourself. Listen, if the market was going to go higher This is a very good trade. You simply just had the wrong draw. I would not beat yourself up about that. What do you feel like you could have done better on today? I think I should have shorted this with 1 micro half risk. I've taken trades like that literally this week. That's what I would say for myself. So in my journal, I'm gonna say now it's not the worst. Like it's not like, oh, I've got to take these trades, man. Like no, I don't have to take these trades. But I would say that I did miss this setup. I did tape read it, so it's not like I missed it. Like I saw it, I knew it could play out. I didn't take it because I was waiting for a better setup. But I realized what I normally do is I short, and if I get souped and then it goes again, I'll short again. You know, each with half R, hoping to catch the move at least one of the two. Otherwise, I'm wrong and I'm down 1 R on the day, and that's fine. So that's what I should have done, because that was a very clean objective, right? That's what I should have done. No buffer required, but if you request all your money myth, the accounts gets blown, so you kind of need a buffer. You know what I mean? Do shorts look good now? I'd have to see a breaker, personally. At least a CISD. So if we close below like here, you could argue it. But again, it's 11:23. I don't know how much you can expect out of this, but sure, I mean, you can try. No, it was a good trade. Well, you took it because of the displacement, and it was my model. And is buy something that matters to you or no? Gatie, on my Alpha 50K standard, when should I take a payout? As soon as you're eligible, brother. As soon as you're eligible. Has the January been tougher than others for you? I have actually no losing days in January. Uh, I'm not gonna sit here and say January was easy though. I think January had very minimal room for error. The price action was not predictable at all for me. Like the draws were right, but in terms of going into the day with a game plan, like it did not often play out my game plan, and that's pretty rare. And it's very simple. Why? Like I've been through many markets like this. The daily chart is sideways. I know myself. Most of my and surprisingly, I have no losing days. I'm honestly surprised because usually when the daily chart is like this, see how choppy this is, guys. This is the daily time frame. We're literally doing nothing. There's no smart money. The market's not going anywhere. It's just going sideways, right? I usually have a lot of losing days in these markets. Usually, right now, I don't know. I can't even tell you guys what's going on. I'm on a really big win streak, and I think it's just because I'm managing my risk near perfectly. Like I'm not making that many mistakes when it comes to fading entries. I'm just being really diligent. Um, so was it harder? Yeah, I think it was harder. It was harder. I agree with you, Enigma Core. Premium discount is very subjective. Depends what range you're expecting. You know, I could argue that right now we're in a premium because I'm not expecting this high to get taken. Right? If this high is hypothetically protected, we're in a premium right now. But if you look in the entire morning range, we're still in a discount. So it's definitely subjective. This short could play out. I wouldn't take it. It's 11:25. I liked it when it was during 10:50 macro, so I would tape read it. I wouldn't take it. I would tape read it. Yesterday was winning day. Yep, took trades in PM session. I alerted you guys in the Discord. Um, I told you guys all the stuff I said in the Discord, right? Uh, I had a long, broke even, switched bias after it was really clear, and then there was a perfect protraction model short. I took that. Hey man, can you look at my journal entry, please? Yeah, of course. Oh, it's Acom. What's up, Acom? Yeah, we're gonna go over that. There's gonna be we'll do a call at 12. So I don't think I told you guys, but it's pretty standard. We're gonna do a call at 12, and then I'll go over. Meeting. Yeah, we'll almost always will do a call. DM3 because it's profitable some days psychology get into. That's okay. Mistakes happen, bro. You're not gonna be perfect always. As long as you can afford to make the mistakes. Um if I take a paid at 51K, want to only have 1K left? Yes, correct. I think you can do good stuff with 1K. That's if it's a 1K payout. If you're uncomfortable with that, okay, take a $400 payout, right? It doesn't seem like much, but if you have 3 accounts, it's 1,500, right? So it adds up, and you can do that, pretty much every week. Your max loss amount on the day. For me, it's 2R, or on my live account, 2%. The mental part is so hard than the actual. Of course, yeah. The strategy's easy, man. They've been teaching the same strategy for like years now. The strategies on strategies out there, they all work. In my opinion. In my opinion, they all work. Hmm. Don't mind me, guys. Trying to figure out this payout tax stuff. Who did you learn from? I learned from ICT on YouTube. No trades for me today, not yet at least. Bootcamp's 12. Can you explain more about premium discount conviction? If I've gotten great long entries but at a premium of the range, I'm going for it. I'll take it. Yeah, that's a hard question to answer. You need to just understand what range that you're working in. That's one, and two, just because I mean, for me personally, just because the market's in a short or like, I don't mind shorting premium or sorry, longing premium. Sometimes the market will stay in premium for a very long time. That happens. Um, I don't look at discount like you rarely see me mark out discount and premium so much because sometimes you expect heaviness. Like, do I really care so much if the market needs to come back to 50% here? No. If I'm bullish, I can target something in premium. Great. Tech team support is gonna have to take over, which means I'm never gonna hear back from these guys. So why? Because the drawn liquidity is really strong. That's why I would have been comfortable shorting anywhere here. Just because the drawn liquidity is strong and we took out buy side. Nope, the win streak is still on for now. No trades today. ASDS and Iron. Yeah, I actually like Iron stock. I had it on my watch list a while back. Oh my, I wonder if this goes to all-time highs. It's possible. He probably had good earnings or something. Let's see. 614% earning surprise? Holy. Yo, if you're in that shit, bro, good for you, man. Good for you. Do you have a profit goal? I don't have any profit goals. I don't even look at how much I'm up when I take a trade. I don't have my balance turned on. I just be trading. My really main focus is just to manage risk. Um, yeah. That's amazing, man. Good call. Good call. No trades for me today. No trades for me today. I'm not over risking or over trading or anything. I just feel like I'm taking bad trades because I'm trying to rush. Listen, just because a trade loses though, I don't want you to necessarily think it's bad. You know, it doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad trade. It's not necessarily a bad trade, you know? You're allowed to take trades that are completely wrong and offside. It happens. You're not always going to take a trade onside. So, as long as you're following good risk management, focus on that. Focus on how much you lose when you're wrong. That's what you want to focus on. Not being right. How much do you lose when you're wrong? ASTS is flying. ASTS Space Mobile. Oh my, yeah. A lot of stocks are kind of flying. Google was such a good. I was gonna choose Google over Nvidia. I was, I swear, but I didn't. And that's my advice to you. Stop worrying about how much you made or lost. Stop worrying about whether you're right or wrong. Focus on how much you lose. That's one thing you can control. Got a big SMT. Yeah, there is a big SMT. This also could just be a reversal. Like ES is almost at high of day. Like this market is really hard for me to read. I'll be honest. Nasdaq looks like it's a really long way. It is. Well, ES is almost there. YM is probably almost there as well. So I'll be honest, it's just not that clear for me. Well, $70, so my risk management is working. Your profit factor is looking good. It's going to have you better. Yeah, it's fine. But there's nothing wrong with taking. Listen, trust me. You don't need to overthink every single loss. You don't. You just need to understand why you lost, supposedly, and as long as you lost the right amount, that's what matters, right? In this case, you said your model formed, everything was good, but the market just kept going lower. That means you had the wrong target. The market was just not going lower at that time. Could you hypothetically go back and maybe find something that tells you that it's not going to go lower? Sure, but you can always do that. There's always a reason to go long or short. So you can't chase being right, right? You need to simply chase just good risk management. That's how I see it, at least. You can't chase being right. Locking myself out, keep chasing price. I'm back in red 250. I would suggest you do the same lockout because I remember you celebrating when you went back into green. Is Lucid legit? Of course, yeah. What's good, Plum? This first week on funded was good though, no crash out phase. That's good. That's definitely a big step. Avoiding blow up is definitely something that's important and required. So that is good. Appreciate you, brother. No worries. How can I learn proper risk management? Uh, let's start with a risk management plan, and then from there, you got to study. You got to study your wins and your losses. See where you can improve. You learn it from your journal. Where can I put my stop loss? Where can I move my stop loss? When should I risk less? When should I pyramid into a trade? When should I go break even? When should I take a partial? How many of the losses can I avoid? How many of the losses could I have reduced my loss? Um, the way you're losing, study them. Are you just completely offside? Are you shooting Hail Marys? Are the trades going in your favor and then fizzling out? If so, were there signatures in price telling you that the trade was likely a loser? There's so many things you can study, and every single one of them can improve your risk management. For me, there was no trades today. Why did they sign me out? I don't know. No trades for me today. And I think I'll probably just walk away with no trade. Like, I don't know if I want to show up in PM. Guys, Friday session PM. It's dangerous stuff, man. That's dangerous stuff. I feel like I'd rather just walk away. You know, it's not like there's a clear bias or anything. I'd have to scalp if I was gonna take anything. So, can I do that with backtesting? Of course, yeah. I would recommend you do it with backtesting first. Most people don't. They'll backtest for like a month, um, or they won't paper trade. They'll just try to figure it out as they go, and then be surprised when nothing goes their way. I would recommend you do it in practice. Practice your risk management. Make sure you can control your losses. You know, you got to protect yourself when you're trading. Minus 2.85R. Is that more than your max, or is 3R max? We'll talk. We'll talk OC. 3R max? Okay, well that's good. That's good. We'll talk. Any tips for bias? I find my reads are good, but I got myself on the wrong side of the market. You find your reads are good. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming you're. I don't understand. I don't understand how your reads are good, but you're on the wrong side. Maybe that means you're good at reading the candles, but overall higher time frame. For one thing, first, don't let the last week or two dictate whether or not you're good at reading bias. There was no clear bias. The market has been sideways for like 2 or 3 weeks now. It's been neutral. The bias has been neutral. Um, so that's one. Two, how do you get better? You practice. You just gotta practice. You go back to the charts and see what signatures you missed in price. If there was a day where there was a very clear sell-off or a very prolonged price run that was obvious, go back and see what you saw. I'm gonna short when this. You got to work on those journal annotations. That's what that does. No trade for me. I'm gonna short when this high gets taken. Good luck, bro. Good luck. 1 year can even pass the top step combine. Can't even. I don't. Don't we gotta worry about that, bro? You don't even gotta worry about that. Obviously, though, you're probably doing something wrong. So you gotta focus. You gotta figure out what you're doing wrong and improve. That's all. If you're doing the same things for 1 year and it's not working, well, obviously you're gonna have to change something. Not the strategy necessarily, but PM bias. I'd probably look for shorts because lunch offered a retracement. But again, there's no bias. If I was trading PM, I'd be looking for a scalp, 1R, 2R max, and play inside the range towards a very obvious objective and just follow the order flow. Like I have no clear objective. Yep, see you in class. Can you bring your backtesting series? Can you bring back your backtesting series? I can. You're right. I can. The reason it's not there is because one, it doesn't get much love, and two, I don't really have the time to do that right now because I gotta focus on boot camp. Right now, I'm mostly focusing on boot camp, so it's hard for me to do those. Golden pocket. It's simply just a retracement level. So you mark out the range that you're working in. Mark out the golden pocket, which is 705 of the range. This would be technically your entire, this box. It's just a Fibonacci retracement. I will do the backtest series, but it just may not be for a little while. Yeah, maybe the 15-minute gap. Anyway, we're getting deep into lunch now, so it's like dangerous territory. And it's not like AM session was choppy, right? The AM session moved, so I wouldn't expect much. Boot camp's going great, man. Thanks for asking. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming through. I gotta go make my second breakfast. So I will see you guys live on Monday. If you're in boot camp, calls at 12. Any other housekeeping things? If you guys want to join the giveaway, if you use my code with any firm, message me on Discord. I can add you into a giveaway. I think that's all. Yep, that's all. So, second breakfast excuse is not going to work on us. Well, I have a call in 20 minutes, and I got to eat before that, so it's not an excuse. I'm not training. My training's been done ever since 11:23, so I stayed on 20 minutes more. Monday is going to be a no trading day for me, but I will be live. It's a bank holiday, Martin Luther King something. So I'll be live, but not trading. So appreciate you guys coming through. I'll see you guys live on Monday. Stay safe, take care. Don't blow your account in PM session. It's dangerous stuff. Trading in PM session. You're asking to go on tilt, especially if you're a little bit in less control of your emotions. If you can't control your emotions, and you got to control your decisions.